It all started many years ago when Frieza was about to destroy the planet Vegeta. Bardock would be fighting Frieza's soldiers, doing his best to save his companions, but he would see the great ball of Ki in the sky. "It can't be," said Bardock, terrified. Both Frieza's soldiers and the Saiyans would stop their fight, assuming their fate, except Bardock, who was not willing to give up. "Frieza!" Bardock would scream and throw a ray of Ki at Frieza's gigantic energy ball, but it would be completely useless. When Bardock was about to die, Goku would appear in front of him. He would hold him by the shoulder and take him away with the teleportation. Both would reach a distant planet. "What is this? What's going on?" Bardock would ask, disconcerted. "Who are you?" Bardock said, noticing that Goku had a great resemblance to him. "This is something difficult to explain, so I ask you to be patient," Goku said. "I am your son, Kakarot, although on Earth, which was the planet where you sent me, they called me Goku." "Goku? What a strange name," Bardock said. "Wait, the planet Vegeta?" Goku would support his hand on Bardock's shoulder to console him. "I'm sorry, it's your destiny," Goku said. "But," Bardock said, "look, I came from the future to save your life because we need you," Goku said. "I don't understand. Who are you really?" Bardock would ask. Goku would take several minutes to explain to Bardock what happened after the disappearance of the planet Vegeta. "So you killed Frieza," Bardock said. "Yes, it's more complicated than that. I defeated him in the past, but then I killed him," Goku said. "This is very important. I couldn't save the entire planet because it would alter everything. They would end up dead anyway because the universe would disappear if the set of events I have explained to you did not happen." "Yes, I think I understand," Bardock said. "But you saved me, and that will change all the events, creating a new timeline." "No, that's the idea," Goku said. "I saved you, but you'll have to stay isolated from everything until my time comes." "Are you serious?" Bardock would ask. "Yes, I'm sorry. It's for our future," Goku said. "I'm sorry you feel used, but it's the only way to ensure a future. You will stay tangent to everything, and I will look for you in the future, exactly where I belong. For me, it will be nothing because I will go to see you, but you will wait for me for a long time." "And what will I do in the meantime?" Bardock would ask. "Train," Goku said. "I want you to see something and record it for the rest of the years." Goku would move several meters away and begin to raise his ki. Goku would first transform into Super Saiyan, then into Super Saiyan 2, and then into Super Saiyan 3, and then show him the Super Saiyan God and the Super Saiyan Blue. "I don't know what to say," Bardock said. "Why so many hair colors?" "The Super Saiyan is the myth by which Frieza decided to destroy the planet Vegeta," Goku said. "The other states were better transformations that allowed me to be stronger." "But how strong is your rival to travel to the past and ask for my help?" Bardock would ask. "It is not necessarily for power, it is for a matter of conditions," Goku said. "Look, I can't tell you anything else, and I'm sorry you don't see me again for a long time, but I've already told you too much, and I have to go back." Bardock would watch the planet closely. It looked like a very habitable place. "Is there anyone here?" Bardock would ask, but he noticed that there was no one else. And he left. "Okay, train," Bardock said. In the present, Goku would return to talk to Bardock. He would arrive at the same planet where he had left him. Everything looked the same, but he didn't see Bardock anywhere. "The only thing missing is for him to have left here," Goku said. Suddenly, Goku would turn around, hold Bardock's wrist, dodging a punch just in time. "Dad," Goku said cheerfully. "Kakarot," Bardock smiled. "It's been a long time." "Yes, I know. I'm sorry to leave you here for so long," Goku said sadly. "I see you've gotten very strong. Do you want to try?" Bardock would ask. "Of course," Goku said. Both would take distance from each other. Bardock would transform into Super Saiyan, surprising Goku. "I can't believe it. You did it," Goku said.
And which level? I'm sorry I can't use your other hairstyles, but I had no reference, Bardock said. Bardock, with which you learned the Super Saiyan, the rest will come when we train you, Goku said. Bardock would throw himself at Goku, attacking him with everything. Goku would manage to dodge his attacks, but he would value the great level he had. At one point, Bardock would connect a kick to Goku's stomach. He would be hunched over, but then he would recover. Son, I'm sorry, Bardock said, worried. It's nothing, it was a blow, Goku said. Goku would use teleportation and arrive with Bardock to the planet of Beerus. They would be received by Whis and Vados. I see you have finally arrived, Whis said. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bardock, Vados said. Are they angels? Bardock would ask. Yes, they're the ones I told you about when I met Beerus, Goku said. And where is that god of destruction that even Frieza fears? Bardock would ask. Mr. Goku, you haven't told him yet? Whis asked. I'm sorry, it got complicated. I'm not good at giving explanations, Goku said, laughing. Don't worry, I'll take care of him, Vados said. Mr. Bardock, please come with me. Vados would take Bardock to explain to him the situation. I can't believe he hasn't told him yet why he brought him here, Whis said, upset. I don't know how to tell him that I need him because being just a Saiyan is difficult, Goku said. Well, telling him, realize that this is an emergency situation, Whis said. Anyway, my sister will explain everything to him. Vegeta arrived with the teleportation. He also knew how to use it. He arrived in a bad state. Vegeta, are you okay? Goku said. I almost don't make it out of this alive, and you're wasting time, Vegeta said. Whis would start healing Vegeta. Wow, I think they've hurt him a lot, Whis said. How are the others? Goku would ask. If they continue like this, they will be exterminated, Vegeta said. We have to get them out of that control as soon as possible, Bardock would return with Vados. Prince Vegeta, Bardock would ask. Vegeta, I see that you remain the same despite the years, Vegeta said. The training has kept me young, Bardock said. He already knows everything as for the reason why we need him, Vados said. Vados told me everything. I never thought that someone was capable of controlling all kinds of races except the Saiyans, Bardock said. That's what makes him dangerous, Vados said. Even the gods of destruction are being controlled. Luckily, the angels are immune to that effect, Whis said. Hey, I don't want to be negative with you, but I'm not up to help you, Bardock said. No problem, we just need a hand, Goku said. Ryan is a demon that dominates any species and controls them at will, even those who have Saiyan blood and are not pure. Only the two of us are the only pure-blooded Saiyans, Vegeta said.
Gohan would stand up instantly. He was really furious. His ki would begin to increase and he would use the mystical form. At least it's just the mystical form, Goku said. I don't understand. Bardock said, it would be better if he moved away, Vados said. Bardock would move away to set Goku free. Gohan, calm down. You have to recognize me, Goku said. But it would be useless. Gohan would throw himself at Goku. He would attack him without compassion. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan Blue to be able to fight comfortably. Goku only limited himself to dodging Gohan's attacks, although he knew that wouldn't last long. That's enough, Goku said. Goku would apply a ki to Gohan so that in that way he would stop. Goku held him with great force without letting him move. That's enough. It will be better if you come to your senses, even for a moment, Goku said. Gohan would begin to increase his ki little by little. Goku had more and more problems. He's about to do it, Vados said. Do what? Bardock would ask. You'll see, Vados said. Gohan would finally get rid of Goku. He would exploit his ki to the maximum. His eyes would turn red, while his hair would be white and much longer. Gohan was using the beast mode.
"What kind of transformation is that?" Bardock would ask. "One that only he can use," Vado said. "What I feared. It will be difficult to control him in this way," Goku said. Gohan would reach Goku with a strong kick in his stomach. Goku would have trouble holding it since Gohan in that way was very strong. Both would begin to fight wildly while Bardock watched surprised. "I had never witnessed a fight of this level," Bardock said. "I'm surprised he's able to follow the movements," Vado said. "An ordinary person could not observe his movements." Goku would connect a strong blow to his son's chest, but Gohan would answer with a direct blow to his nose. "Heavens, that hurt," Goku said. Gohan would attack Goku with a rain of punches. Goku would cover himself from them and would manage to move away a few meters to launch a key attack. Then Gohan would deflect the attack, but Goku would connect a hook under his chin. "I think I'm getting it," Bardock said. "Get what?" Vados would ask, but Bardock would not answer. Goku and Gohan would be exchanging attacks for several minutes. Goku would try to make him come to his senses, but it would not be easy for him. Gohan was still out of his mind. "Come on, Gohan, you have to tell me something more about Ryan," Goku said. Gohan was about to launch an attack, but he would stop. "Ryan?" Gohan said, confused. "At last he seems to come to his senses," Goku said. Gohan would begin to hold his head for a strong pain that would torment him. He seemed to have some kind of headache that tortured him. "That means he's fighting to have control," Vados said. "I see," Bardock said. Gohan would fall on his knees. He seemed to be a little better. "Gohan, can you talk?" Goku would ask. "Dad, Ryan," Gohan said, and begin to scream again. "Gohan, at last you come to your senses," Goku said. "Dad, Ryan is in our minds," Gohan said, but his nose would begin to bleed. "Gohan," Goku said. Gohan would close his eyes. He was dead. "Damn it!" Goku would shout, furious. "What happened?" Bardock would ask. "It seems that he could not resist. It is the third time that he resists mental control," Vados said. "I cannot believe it," Bardock said. "Kakarot, how sorry." "Do not worry. As soon as I manage to eliminate Ryan, I will revive him with the dragon spheres." "He said something that Ryan was in his mind," Bardock said. "What would he have meant by that? Surely it means he not only controls them, he must also see the same as them. So it is likely that he knows about you," Vados said. "Heavens, that complicates things," Goku said. Bardock would observe Gohan carefully. He would be very sad not to give himself the opportunity to meet him. "Gentlemen, we must talk to Whis to know if he had luck with his search," Vados said. "Yes, it will be the best," Goku said. "Our friends would return. Whis would keep looking without finding anything." "Whis, you haven't found anything yet?" Goku would ask. "I'm sorry, but it's very difficult for me," Whis said. "Kakarot, what happened to Gohan?" Vegeta would ask. Goku would be somewhat stunned. He did not overcome the control. "He died." "How did he die?" Vegeta would ask. "It is not possible. Gohan is a very powerful person." "I know, but he could not stand it. That fight to get rid of the control damaged him," Goku said. "Gohan said something that Ryan was seeing everything," Bardock said. "That means he already knows about me. That means he is aware of all our movements," Whis said, "since every being he controls works as his spy. We have to find someone who can stand it," Bardock said. Someone with enough willpower to resist mental control and survive, even if Ryan knows it. How about Piccolo? Goku would ask. I don't think his regeneration will help, Vegeta said. Majin Buu could stand it, but he's too dumb to formulate a coherent phrase. Beerus and Champa, Goku said. Kakarot, you're crazy, Vegeta said. We can hardly fight them. We can't stop them. They're stronger than us. We only need one, Goku said. Maybe if we merge, we can immobilize them for a moment. That way, maybe he can find his link with the mental connection, Whis said. Of course, Beerus and Champa distracted each other despite being controlled. Surely their spiritual strength can overcome mental control, Goku said. Father, stay here. We will go for Beerus and it will be dangerous. Okay, Bardock said. Whis would find Beerus and Champa's location. They were flying over Universe 7 looking for Goku and Vegeta everywhere. Let's merge here, so we won't have problems to do it with them in front, Goku said. Well, you have the clay, Vegeta would ask. Of course not, as if I could always stop them, Goku said. Those are from Kaioshin. Wait, do you want us to merge with the dance? Vegeta would ask, disconcerted. Well, yes, there's no other method, Goku said. I'm not going to do those ridiculous steps again, Vegeta said in a bad mood. Vegeta, don't start again. We're in an extreme situation, Goku said. What do they mean by the steps of the fusion? Bardock would ask. It's a technique that allows two beings of similar powers to be one to increase their power, Whis said. You can see it with your own eyes. Come on, Vegeta, we don't have time to lose. Let's bring Beerus and look for Ryan to kill him, Goku said. Universe 7 depends on us. Demons, Vegeta said, upset. Goku and Vegeta would perform the steps of the fusion, while Bardock watched closely. They would finally become Gogeta. It can't be! They are one, Bardock said. Don't delay. Remember that this fusion doesn't last long, Whis said. I wish you good luck, Vados said. Gogeta would use teleportation, meeting Beerus and Champa. Both gods of destruction would not think twice and throw everything at Gogeta.
The dragons of Universe 6 were exterminated. So what do I have to do? Bardock would ask. Beerus and Champa would appear. Their eyes would shine with a strange purple hue. Vados, Whis, take my father from here, Goku said. Mr. Bardock, Vados said when he called him. The angels would take Bardock from there, managing to save him, while the gods of destruction would rush towards Goku and Vegeta. Both Saiyans would turn into the Super Saiyan Blue, being forced to fight against the gods of destruction. Goku would go against Beerus, while Vegeta against Champa. Vegeta, remember not to kill them, Goku said. Shut up and don't tell me what to do, Vegeta said. The four would begin to have an intense battle as they exchanged blows with each other. Both Beerus and Champa were stronger than the Saiyans, so it was difficult for them to maintain the fight. At one point, Champa would hug Vegeta from behind and begin to squeeze him hard. Vegeta would use all his energy to free himself. It would be impossible for him to achieve it because of the force of the god of destruction. Vegeta, Goku said when he realized that his friend was in trouble. Goku, with the teleportation, would manage to get away from Beerus and get in front of Vegeta. He would hit Champa in the face and manage to make him let go of Vegeta. Then Beerus would throw a powerful ki ball at our friends, but Goku would take Vegeta and get out of there with the teleportation. The ki ball would hit Champa. He would get furious and throw himself at Beerus. Both gods of destruction would begin to fight each other, forgetting Goku and Vegeta. Wow, his enmity is so great that not even mental control works, Goku said. Let me go.
Vegeta said. "I don't need you to save me with the teleportation. I didn't spend all that time with those dwarves to learn it at all." "Well, you would have used it," Goku said. "Shut up. We better get out of here before it's too late," Vegeta said. Bardock was with the angels. They saw everything from Whis's binoculars. "I can't believe it. A being that controls everything is alive except the Saiyans," Bardock said, disconcerted. "How is it possible that he does it?" "That's what we haven't been able to explain yet," Bardock said. "The idea of looking for it in the past was the only way to have help," Whis said. "Of course, without bringing it, it was a way to modify only a part of reality without creating another timeline. Goku and Vegeta would return with the teleportation." "Damn, that was close," Vegeta said. "Did they make them fight each other again?" Bardock would ask. "Yes, but I don't know how many more times it will work," Goku said. "Son, I saw it all. I don't know how it can be useful," Bardock said. "Being a Saiyan is enough," Goku said. "We are only 2 people who can fight them. We need someone else to help us find Rion. That Rion should not be a very powerful subject, just someone who depends on the power of others," Vegeta said. "It's one of our hypotheses," Bardock said. "We barely managed to know his name thanks to Gohan, since he was the only one who managed to partially dominate his mental control." "Rion," Bardock said. "Wait a minute, that name sounds familiar. Dad, what do you mean by that?" Goku would ask. "Kakarot, I don't think you know much about the subject, but Vegeta does," Bardock said. "Vegeta, remember the Sulfurigene race? Of course, they were a very weak race, but with superior technology that the Saiyans eliminated centuries ago," Vegeta said. "Wait, where is that race from?" Goku would ask. "They were from our beautiful planet. In the past, the 2 races lived together in harmony until the Frieza army attacked them," Bardock said. "What does Rion have to do with all this?" Vegeta would ask. "Well, in one of my missions, I discovered Sulfuru technology. I told that to King Vegeta," Bardock said. "The technology was very recent, so there was evidence that there were some survivors." "Wait, you mean they still exist?" Goku would ask, amazed. "If it's true, it's understandable that Rion, being a Sulfuru, seeks revenge. But how would he do it without controlling the Saiyans?" Vegeta said, confused. "Whis, can you find that race?" Goku would ask. "Sure, just give me a few minutes," Whis said. "If it's as extinct as you say, it may take a while." Whis would sigh, knowing that he could not find that race that apparently was extinct. Whis would start looking for everything about the Sulfurigins. It would cost him too much to find something, so it would take him longer than he thought. "Heavens, this will be very difficult. The race disappeared a long time ago," Whis said. "You'll have to take your time," Vado said. "Even if you find something about them, I don't know if that will give us any tool to find Rion," Vegeta said. "Not much less if the fact of eliminating it will end everything." "Father, do you know anything about the technology they used?" Goku would ask. "I only found time measurement elements. I think they were trying to terraform some planet," Bardock said. "But I don't have much more than that." "Mr. Goku, don't you want to talk to Mr. Gohan?" Vados would ask. "I don't know. He suffered a lot the last time we did it," Goku said. "What happens to him?" Bardock would ask. "Let's see. It won't be a good way to meet your grandson, but we have no choice," Goku said. Vados would take Goku and Vegeta to a palace that Vados had on the planet of Champa. There they had prisoner Gohan. "It's the only place we could contain him. We only did it because, after all, Gohan is capable of partially dominating that mental control," Vados would explain. "That means there's something in the Saiyans that makes them immune," Bardock said. "Well, we believe that," Goku said. "Vegeta and I have not been affected, and our children, who are half Saiyan, half humans, managed to contain themselves for a moment. There's no doubt that the Saiyan blood influences the immunity of this effect," Bardock said. "And what about you angels?" Bardock would ask. "Our way of life is more complex than you could ever understand," Bardock said. "We are even above the gods." "What I don't understand is why the angels don't go out to fight," Bardock would ask. "Me neither, but it's not their fight. They're guides, and they shouldn't fight our fights," Goku said. "So you understand it," Bardock said. "Well, yes," Goku said with laughter. Finally, he would arrive at a room where Gohan remained asleep. "Try not to take long. The last time it was very difficult to capture him," Bardock said. "Gohan, son," Goku would call Gohan from afar. "If you don't come closer, I doubt he'll wake up," Bardock said. "Wait," Goku said as he held his father in his arm. "He has a very volatile ki. He could disintegrate you just with a movement." Bardock, without hesitation, would throw a ki ball at Gohan to wake him up. "Father, you're crazy," Goku said. "If he's as strong as you say, I don't think it'll hurt him," Bardock said. "Uh-oh, I think he woke up angry," Bardock said. After killing the smoke, Gohan would open his eyes. His expression was of few friends. "Gohan, do you hear me?" Goku would ask. He would easily dodge them and connect a precise attack on each one. Beerus and Champa would show up upset and would throw themselves at Gogeta again. They would attack him with everything, but they would not be able to connect a single blow. "I have to do that fast," Gogeta said. Gogeta would position himself in such a way that he would stay with Beerus and Champa at each end. Each of them would launch with an attack at Gogeta, but he would disappear. Champa and Beerus would hit each other in the face. Both would get angry with each other and start fighting each other. Beerus and Champa would completely forget about Gogeta and would continue to fight each other. Gogeta would give them a few minutes to get tired, and in a distraction, he would go to Beerus. With the teleportation, he would take him right with Whis and Vados. "Quick, we don't have time," Whis said. Beerus was disconcerted. He did not understand where he was. At that moment, Gogeta would create 2 key rings, and with them, he would imprison Beerus. The god of destruction resisted, but the rings applied great pressure. Beerus could not free himself. "Whis, I don't have much time," Gogeta said. Whis would support his hand on Beerus's forehead and would try to establish a link to find who was controlling him mentally. "Come on, Mr. Whis, he is a god of destruction. It cannot be that he allows himself to be controlled mentally," Whis said seriously. Beerus would begin to stop resisting. He seemed to regain control little by little. "Ryan is not one," Beerus said. "What are you talking about?" Gogeta would ask. At that moment, Gogeta would separate into 2, becoming Goku and Vegeta. "It can't be," Goku said. "This lasts less and less," Vegeta said. The key rings would begin to weaken until they broke completely. Beerus would free himself and fall on his knees. "Ryan is not a being. There are 2, Beerus said, very exhausted. It was the only thing he could say, but with that, he would surely be able to discover the mystery of that subject, Ryan, who apparently now were 2 subjects. Beerus would be making a great effort to resist mental control. While he was managing to keep his sanity, it meant a great effort. "Beerus, please, give us something else to help us," Goku would ask. Beerus would hold his head. He would suffer from great pain. Then he would begin to scream for the suffering he felt. "I think the best thing will be to leave him alone," Vegeta said. "He won't stand it much longer." "Rai," Beerus said. "Ann, yes, Ryan," Goku said. "You said it wasn't just 1. There are 2, Beerus would scream. Whis would reach Beerus with a blow to his neck and leave him unconscious. "That was," Bardock said. "Wasn't it that they couldn't intervene? We are servants of the gods of destruction. When it comes to them, in a way, we can intervene," Whis said. "Come on, when it suits you." "Who is it?" Bardock said seriously. "Father, don't be like that with them. They are supreme beings," Goku said. "You should be grateful that we are helping you." After all, we are also looking for a solution to this, Vados said. Kakarot, what will that mean that Ryan is not one person, but two? Vegeta said. There must be two people behind all this, Goku said. Wow, how smart they are, Bardock said. Whis, send Beerus to another place before he wakes up, Vados said. Yes, it will be the best, Whis said. Whis would point to Beerus and send him to another place in space. At least with their names, I think we can find that guy, Whis said. Or them, they are supposedly two, Vados said. Meanwhile, somewhere in the universe, two twin beings were on the lookout for everything. He was Rai and she was Ann. Those Saiyans have prepared a third one to help them, Rai said. Anyway, the most worrying thing is not that, but that they no longer have more information about us, Ann said. Maybe it's best to attack now, Rai said. The idea is that the Saiyans are the most hated, so they made us and paid us slowly, Ann said. But look what's going on. They booked a third Saiyan, and they already have an idea of us. It is better to attack now before everything gets worse, Rai said. Whis and Vados would be looking for as much information as possible to find out who Ryan was, without knowing that they were two different people. But the mystery would not last much longer. Rai and Ann would finally introduce themselves. Who are you? Goku would ask on guard. I am Rai said. And I am Ann said. And together we are the Ryan brothers, both said. What? Vegeta said, disconcerted. They don't look like Sarsaparus, Bardock said. Damn bastard, Rai said, upset. You were supposed to die in the explosion of that planet, Ann said. What? So it was you who destroyed it? Bardock would ask. What are you talking about? Goku would ask, confused. In one of my expeditions, the planet I visited exploded. I escaped by little, Bardock said. I thought they were by conditions of the planet, but these bastards must have done it. What is the objective of controlling all races except the Saiyans? Vegeta would ask. Revenge, Rai said. The Saiyans stripped us of our planet, and only the two of us were left alive, Ann said. We promised revenge, Rai said. I wanted to make them suffer a little more, but I see that we can no longer give us that pleasure, Rai said. Rai and Ann would raise their ki to the maximum. Goku and Vegeta would transform into Super Saiyan Blue. They were ready to fight. So that was the reason for everything, Vados said. Apparently yes, just a silly revenge, Whis said. If you managed to capture one alive, could you cancel the effect? Bardock would ask. Come on, Vegeta, Goku said, amazed to notice something strange. Yes, I noticed, Vegeta said. They emit the energy of all beings they control, Ann said. Controlling the beings of the universe has allowed us to understand their essence and their techniques, Rai said. Hawkeye, Ann said. Ann would throw a ball of Hawkeye at our friends. They both would dodge it when they jumped. Rai would throw everything at Goku. They both would start exchanging attacks while Vegeta would stay against Ann. I can't believe it, Bardock said. You still have enough power to intervene? Vados said. I know, Bardock said, upset. The four would have an intense fight. Rai and Ann's power was too much, so much so that both Saiyans told them to keep up the pace. Goku at one point would connect a knee to Rai's stomach, Vegeta a kick in Ann's face. Both would retreat a few meters. Then the brothers would get together, and between them they would create a great ball of ki. Hey, it was one-on-one, Vegeta said, upset. Shut up. This is revenge. Of a clean fight, Ann said. The ball of ki would grow more and more, reaching a great size. Both would launch their attack. Goku would answer with a Kamehameha, while Vegeta with a final flash. Both attacks would collide against the great ball of ki. They managed to hold it, but they were making a great effort to do so. Vados and Whis would take distance from there. "Mr. Bardock, stay away if you don't want to die," Vados said. Bardock should stay away so as not to be affected. The energy ball would continue to grow. It would change color, manifesting the energy of other warriors. Little by little, they would take advantage. The energy ball was at nothing to reach them. Vegeta sends more energy. Goku said, "That's what I do," Vegeta said, out of himself. Bardock would appear between them. He would transform into Super Saiyan. "Dad," Goku said, terrified, "this is too much for you." Bardock would ignore Goku. He would raise his ki to the maximum without caring about anything. He would launch a ki attack that looked smaller than Goku and Vegeta's, but still, it seemed to stop the attack. "It's in the way," said Rai. "We just need a little more," said Ann. Bardock would exceed his own limits. He would remember how the planet Vegeta had disappeared, and that courage would give him energy to increase his power. Suddenly, the energy ball would begin to retreat despite its great size. "It's not true," said Ann. Finally, the attacks of the Saiyans would merge. They would make a hole in Ki's ball. The attack would impact Rai and Ann, causing a great explosion in the sky. "I didn't think Mr. Bardock would reach so much power," said Vados. "The spirit of wanting to reach his sometimes does miracles," said Whis. Goku, Vegeta, and Bardock would lose their transformations due to exhaustion. The three Saiyans warriors were really exhausted. "Dad, that was great," said Goku. "The truth is, not bad at all. After all, he is a purebred Saiyans," said Vegeta. "Don't sing victory," said Bardock. Rai and Ann looked deformed. Their bodies were destroyed. Even so, the two would regenerate. "It can't be. They're like Majin Buu," said Goku. "Demons! This will be more difficult," said Vegeta. "Bastards! For a moment they made us feel great suffering," said Rai. "We will not forgive this," said Ann. Rai and Ann would join hands and create a portal. Piccolo, Frieza, Majin Buu, Krillin, 17 and 18 would be present. All of them were being controlled by Rai and Ann. "Damn it," said Vegeta. "Are they friends?" asked Bardock. "Less for Frieza's fool, of course." "Yes, we don't want to kill them," said Goku. "Less for Frieza. I would have killed him a long time ago if he were not always accompanied," said Vegeta. "Everyone would start throwing ki attacks at our friends, while they would have no choice but to flee. Goku would take Bardock and the three would flee with the teleportation. They would reach a planet not too far away. Damn it, we can't fight them if they are always accompanied by our friends," said Goku. Whis and Whis would arrive in a moment. "What a problem," said Whis. "We have to do something. We can't let this go on like this," said Bardock. "Why don't we use the dragon's super spheres?" asked Vegeta. "It would not be convenient," said Whis. "Mr. Dragon could take away their mental control, but that doesn't mean they can't use it again," said Vados. Although Whis and Whis would meet again. "It's not true," said Vegeta. "Those two will not give up so easily. They have a lot of resentment for the war that there was in the past," said Bardock. "So they want to escape?" said Whis. "No matter what they do, they will not be able to flee. We have always been watching them. They have nowhere to hide," said Whis. Whis and Whis would bring Goku and Vegeta's friends back. "Vegeta, we have to merge again," said Goku. "We can't with them ready to attack," said Vegeta. "I'll give them some time," said Bardock. "Dad, you're crazy," said Goku. "You couldn't contain them for so long. "You'll see that's true," said Bardock as he moved his tail. Bardock would create an energy ball that he would throw it high in the sky. Once in height, he would make it explode. "No," said Whis. "We have to destroy it," said Whis. Whis and Whis would launch several key attacks towards the energy ball, but both Goku and Vegeta would go there, rejecting the attacks. Bardock had created an artificial moon. Little by little, it would turn into a great Ozaru, but it was like Vegeta had total control of his personality. "Now," said Bardock. "Don't let those two merge," said Whis. They would all launch towards Goku and Vegeta, including Whis and Whis. Bardock would launch a big ki beam that would create a great explosion. Several would have to dodge it. Then Bardock would scream, creating energy around him. Hundreds of ki beams would come out everywhere. Pri and An would go alone against Goku and Vegeta, but Goku would make fun of them with the Taioken. Everyone would be blind, except our friends. Goku and Vegeta would keep their distance while they would start the fusion dance. 17 would hit the leg in the area behind Bardock. This would support a knee on the ground. 18 would prepare a ki ball, but Bardock would throw it far from a ki beam. Then Frieza would reach Bardock. With a flying kick, he would connect on his face, making him take a step back. Even so, Bardock would hold Frieza with force between his hands. "Frieza," said Bardock, out of himself, while he squeezed the body of Frieza. Goku and Vegeta would finish the fusion dance. Everyone would be amazed at what they saw. In that distraction, Krillin would use his Kienzan, cutting Bardock's tail. He would lose his transformation little by little. "It doesn't matter, I made time enough," said Bardock. Bardock would descend to firm ground. He would be surrounded by all our friends. Gogeta was ready for the fight. "That bastard," said Ri. "We have to finish him now," said An. Gogeta would pass at high speed between them, not know before giving them an attack to each one. He would reach Bardock's forehead to protect him and would move at high speed between our friends. With a simple blow to each, he would leave them unconscious. "Well done," said Bardock. "Ri, An, it's time," said Vegeta. "I hope they don't take too long to annihilate them," said Whis. "If it's as usual, I don't miss it," said Vados. Gogeta would transform into Super Saiyan Blue, but before making any attack, he would breathe deeply. A slight layer of ki would surround his body. Suddenly, Gogeta would open his eyes, emanating a great curtain of air. "What was that?" asked Bardock. "I think with this I managed to expand the time that the fusion will last," said Gogeta seriously, knowing that maybe he had a chance to win. Gogeta was ready to fight. He showed a great power that would intimidate both Ri and An. "You did it! Those two did it!" said Bardock, excited. "I think the best thing will be to finish you all at once," said Gogeta seriously. Gogeta would arrive in an instant between Ri and An, hitting both stomachs at the same time. Neither of them had had enough time to react. "Wow, that was fast," said Vados. "I didn't expect the fusion to be so powerful. It's as if every time they merged they did it better," said Whis. Then Gogeta would attack Ri and An with everything. Neither of them could match his speed. Gogeta's superiority was really noticeable.
Little by little, Gogeta would torture both brothers with his strong blows. At one point, he would knock each of them down with one blow, hitting them hard against the ground. "It can't be that he's beating us," said Ri in pain. "It's too strong for us to beat him this way," said An. Ri and An would throw everything at Gogeta again, but they wouldn't be able to do anything. Gogeta's level was really superior. Even so,
Every time Gogeta managed to hurt them, they would heal at the moment. The composition of their bodies was the same as Majin Buu's. To finish you off, I have to disappear you molecule by molecule, said Gogeta. Gogeta would descend to the ground firmly and prepare his best technique. Both Ri and An would be terrified when they felt the great kick Gogeta unleashed. If that's what it takes, we're done, said Ri. End! Kamehameha, said Gogeta when he unleashed his devastating technique. Both brothers would raise their ki to the maximum. They would try to contain the attack with everything, but it would be really difficult for them. Little by little, the two brothers would have problems to withstand that great attack. Finally, both would be completely consumed. At last, it's all over, said Gogeta. Our friends would wake up without understanding what had happened. Where are we? Asked Piccolo. What am I doing here with this inferior being ball? Asked Frieza in a bad mood. 18, do you have any idea what just happened? Asked 17. No, I just woke up here, said 18. It seems that everything was a success. The mental center has already vanished, said Happy Vados. I don't know. There's something strange in Gogeta, said Whis. What are you talking about? Asked Vados. Observe him, said Whis. Gogeta didn't lose his posture. He was waiting for something. Bardock would approach them, but he would stop at the signal from Gogeta. What's going on? Asked Bardock. This is not over yet, said Gogeta. From the sky, small particles would sprout. Both Ri and An had survived. Little by little, the different parts would regroup to regenerate. Those two don't seem to die anymore, said annoyed Gogeta. Ri and An would fully recover. Beerus and Champa would appear. So those two were behind all this? Said Champa seriously. They'll both know destruction, said Beerus. Beerus and Champa would create a Hakai ball each, but Gogeta would stand in front of them. They can resist the Hakai because they also manipulate it. That won't do anything, said Gogeta. How is that possible? Asked Beerus. Get out of here, you're in the way, said Gogeta threateningly. Both gods of destruction would return with their angels, while the Zufurus looked too serious. Although they regenerate over and over again, they spend energy doing it. Here I go again, said Gogeta, preparing another attack. Ri and An would smile. They would take each other's hands and create a great explosion in which they would get lost. What the hell? Asked confused Gogeta. Beerus and Champa would begin to suffer pain. Part of their energy would leave their body to where Ri and An were, lost in the energy explosion. The same would happen with Piccolo, Frieza, and the other beings that were previously controlled. After the energy, a gigantic body would manifest, a colossal monster, energy of the fusion of Ri and An. They fused, said Bardock. Beerus and Champa would pass out, just like the others. Not only did they fuse, but they also absorbed the energy of the beings that controlled them, said Whis. Now things got serious, said Vados. At this moment, a new being was born. I'm not Ri or An. I'm Rion, said Rion. Now it's Rion. What was missing? Said Gogeta. Rion would open his mouth and throw a great beam of energy. It would reach Gogeta, who would cross his arms to resist the attack. He should make a great effort to be able to reject it. Demons, it's too strong, said Gogeta. Then Rion would reach Gogeta and hit him hard with a punch. Gogeta would fall to the ground, hitting himself hard. Demons, it's strong, said Gogeta. By the time Gogeta realized, another beam of energy was heading for him. Gogeta would throw himself at Rion. This was a giant who was very difficult to attack, but he had an exaggeratedly great power. Gogeta should be careful. A blow from that being could be fatal. "It can't be. They're in trouble," said Bardock furiously. "Oh no, don't even think about interfering. You'll just be a nuisance," said Whis. "I'll start everything instead of helping," said Vados. "I can't stay here doing nothing," said Bardock. "Just wait and see what happens," said Whis. Gogeta would throw several key attacks from all sides. Rion, despite his great strength and resistance, had clumsy movements. Even so, he was still a problem for Gogeta. At one point, Gogeta would try to connect a kick on Rion, but Rion would hold him with both hands. "He caught him," said Bardock. Rion would start squeezing Gogeta's body hard. He would scream in pain. No matter how hard he tried to free himself, it would be impossible. "You disgusting worm, we're sick of you," said Rion. "Now we're going to kill you and that Bardock so that there's no more Saiyans." "I have to do something," thought Gogeta. Gogeta would try to take one of his arms out, but the pressure was enormous. He couldn't move in any way. "Idiot, those games don't work on me," said Rion. Rion would throw Gogeta to the ground as if he were a rag doll. Then Rion would forcefully step on Gogeta, although she would notice something strange in her step. "What the hell?" said Rion, confused. Gogeta was holding Rion's big foot. Little by little, he would be able to lift it. Rion would make a strange effort to step on it, but even so, Gogeta would be able to lift it completely. Gogeta would fly and Rion would fall to the ground backwards. Then Gogeta would throw a big ray of ki at Rion, but it would disappear like nothing. He would reappear behind Gogeta, who would throw him far away with a fist bump. "That damn thing has a lot of strength," said Gogeta with difficulty. Gogeta would watch his hands. He would realize that he didn't have much time. "I have to put faith in this technique, or else we'll be lost," said Gogeta. Rion would open his mouth and throw a great beam of energy to the ground. Gogeta would jump and throw several rays of ki at his face, generating a distraction. While Rion was regaining his vision, Gogeta would raise his hands and prepare a ball of ki. After loading it, it would be thrown at him. "This is not enough for me," said Rion. Rion would hold the attack in his hands. He should make an effort to be able to reject it. At that moment, Gogeta would change position. He would create a small energy ball in his hands that went through all the shades of colors.
"I'll put all my energy into this attack," said Gogeta. Rion would reject the previous energy ball, managing to send it to heaven, but he was distracted by Gogeta's real attack. By the time he realized it was too late, Gogeta's energy ball would lose its fusion. But the energy ball was still going towards Rion. Rion would hold the attack in his giant hand. "Idiot, what did you want to do with that?" Rion would ask. But he would notice how his entire body would begin to suffer. That energy would manifest throughout his body, causing him great damage. A small crystal ball in his chest would break. Rion would scream in pain as rays of energy would come out of all parts of his body. "We have to get out of here," said Goku. Goku and Vegeta would take their friends away from there by teleportation. Rion couldn't stand it. He would release energy through his eyes and mouth. Finally, he would explode, disappearing completely. "We did it," said Goku, tired. "That was close," said Vegeta. Our friends would regain their energy the moment Rion was defeated. They would finally wake up. "What happened?" Beerus would ask. "Wow, this is getting more and more confusing," said Champa. "I'm glad you're okay," said Goku. "Goku, I want an explanation for all this," said Beerus seriously. "Mr. Beerus, Mr. Goku, and Mr. Vegeta just saved Universe 6 and 7, said Whis. "Really?" asked Champa. "Confirmed," said Vados. "That was amazing. If it weren't for you, the universe would be in serious trouble," said Bardock. "Don't say that. Your help made the difference. That distraction turning you into Osaru was it all," said Goku. "Bardock," said Frieza,
I thought I had killed you with the planet Vegeta." "Frieza, you want me to kill you too?" said Bardock. "Ha, there's only one more Saiyan left for the list of those who killed you," said Vegeta, making fun of Frieza. "Damn, do you want to see them with me?" Frieza would ask furiously. Frieza would put himself on guard. He was ready to fight, although Goku and Vegeta were very exhausted to face a fight. "Frieza!" Beerus would call seriously. Frieza would be terrified of the threat of the god of destruction. "Mr. Beerus," said Frieza, muted. "If you don't want him to destroy you, get out of here," said Beerus, seriously. "It's the last chance I'll give you." Frieza would have no choice but to hide his grudges and take a step aside. "This won't end like this," thought Frieza, furious, and left. "I don't think it's a good idea to leave him alive," said Bardock. "You'll have a chance to take care of him for yourself," said Vegeta. "Yes, it's true," said Bardock. Whis and Vados would heal our friends from their wounds and regenerate their energy. "Wow, I feel like new," said Bardock. "Wow, what a mess we made here," said Goku. "Look how we left all this. Too much that the planet didn't explode," said Vegeta. A small puddle of liquid would surround Vegeta's boot for when he realized it was too late. That liquid would surround his body. "Vegeta," said Goku. "What is this?" said Vegeta, trying to take it off, but it would be too late. That substance was what was left of Ryan. It would end up appropriating his body. "This doesn't look good at all," said Goku, on guard. Everyone would move away from there. Vegeta would be possessed by Ryan. His hair would turn white, adopting a strange shape. "It can't be," said Bardock. "That thing is Vegeta," said Piccolo. "Look what you make me do. I had to take the body of a dirty Saiyan," said Ryan. "But now I'll kill you too, and I'll eliminate this body to fulfill my mission." Beerus and Champa would throw everything at Ryan. He would throw him away, one hit at a time. "Don't think we'll forgive what you've done," said Beerus. "Dirty thing, whatever you are, you'll see," said Champa. Ryan, one hit at a time, would leave them out of combat. "It can't be," said Goku. "Goku, you have to get out of here," said Piccolo. "You're our only hope." "You're right," said Whis. Our friends would throw everything at Ryan. Whis and Vados would get away with Goku and Bardock. "No, we can't go," said Goku. Ryan would completely explode the planet, taking the lives of our friends. "No," said Goku, furious. "Kakarot, you can't stop him," said Bardock. "There's a way." He would try to explain to Vados that apparently he had a plan to stop Ryan. Goku and the others would flee, although they would lose the lives of their friends. "It can't be. I couldn't protect them," said Goku. "Nothing that the dragon spheres can't solve," said Whis. "That thing with Vegeta's body is really strong," said Beerus. "One hit and he left us out of combat," said Champa. "And now what are we going to do?" Goku would ask. "I don't think I can with them or with the Ultra Instinct." "Come on, you said something that you had an idea," said Bardock. "Of course, if they merge, they can beat him," said Vados. "But Vegeta was possessed. I have no one to merge with," said Goku. "Oh, I think he's forgetting to consider someone else, another Saiyan," said Vados when he pointed to Bardock. "With me?" said Bardock. "Vados is not sure. They have the same blood," said Whis. "And what about that?" Vados would ask. "I don't think there's a problem. My father is very strong, but to merge we need to have a balanced power. Also, we don't have the Potara clay," said Goku. "You're talking about a lot of things and I can't follow them," said Bardock. "Don't worry about understanding. Just follow our instructions," said Vados. "Vados, what do you have in mind?" Goku would ask. Vados would take off the big umbrella that surrounded his neck. "Are you crazy?" Whis would ask. "No, I'm serious," said Vados. "With this they can merge." "Now I understand why you wanted them to merge despite having the same blood," said Whis. "I don't understand. What does it have to do with blood?" Goku would ask. "It doesn't matter. They're technicalisms of each fusion," said Whis. Vados would to give them both his umbrella. Vados would explain that they only had to take one extreme each, that just by touching them, they would merge. "How long does it work?" Goku said. "It's forever," said Vados. "What?" Goku said, amazed. "Wait, you mean we'll never be apart again?" Bardock would ask. "Yes, that is the definition of forever," said Vados. "I don't know. Father, what do you want to do?" Goku would ask. "I can't deny it. Your friends sacrificed their lives to give you time to escape. I think it would be very selfish of me to reject this opportunity," said Bardock. "Well, I guess we'll spend all the time together that we lost," said Goku. "Yes, I guess so," said Bardock. "First of all, you have to know that the dominant being will be Mr. Goku. Technically, he will continue to be Goku, but with the memories and powers of Bardock," said Vados. "Really?" Goku would ask. "I thought the fusion would multiply our powers." "Oh, it's much better than that," said Whis. "In addition to not having a time limit like your Gogeta form, you will be a definitive being."
"You can't be serious," said Beerus, terrified. "A definitive being is the closest thing to a god," said Champa. "We can't allow that." "Then go fight yourself against Rian," said Vados. "Damn," said Beerus. "I can't believe we're accomplices in creating a definitive being," said Champa between teeth. "What's the problem with that?" said Vados. Goku would ask. "Definitive beings are the most feared beings in the universes, just because they are mortal beings similar to the gods," said Beerus. "Wow, it sounds very pro," said Goku. "So?" said Vados, confused. "Sister, let me do it," said Whis. "Remember that I am the oldest," said Vados. "What is the difference between having one do it and not the other?" Goku would ask. "Oh, nothing. It's just the risk of dying," said Vados. "What?" said Goku. "You will stay with your life tied to Vados in the same way as the gods of destruction to the Kaioshians," said Beerus. "What? Why?" Goku would ask. "I don't understand anything," said Bardock, not wanting to understand it either. "Goku, we don't have time to explain everything. If you're going to merge, do it now," said Beerus. "Wow, this reminds me of when Kami-sama merged with Piccolo," said Goku. "It would be as if I were Piccolo and my father Kami-sama." "What?" said Bardock. "Sorry, Dad, a lot of information for you," said Goku. Whis would be reviewing his baculum. Rian was being destroyed by the entire Universe 7. "Wow, I think Vegeta's character is affecting him," said Whis. "It will be better to hurry. If this continues to escalate, Zeno could take action. I don't understand much. When I'm inside Kakarot, I will understand," said Bardock. Bardock would take the aureola of Vados. "It's not fair, Vados, that you run with that danger. They're from Universe 7. Let Whis do it," said furious Champa. "Wow, how cute. He really cares about me," said Vados. "None of that," said Champa when dodging the look to one side. Kakarot would call Bardock. "Yes," said Goku, and would take the other end of the aureola. "Thanks for everything, Dad." Bardock and Goku would light up. That light would become one. In a matter of seconds, there would be only one being. It would still be Goku, but with the addition of Bardock inside. "It's not true," said terrified Champa. "This is," said Beerus. "What's going on?" Goku would ask, confused. "We feel the same, or I feel the same." "Wow, if you take it natural, it is understandable that you have more power than you can imagine," said Whis. "I don't understand," said Goku. "I don't feel anything strange." Vados would throw himself with everything, with a punch. Goku would cover the attack as if nothing. "That," said Goku, amazed. "Did you notice?" Vados would ask, with a special smile. "I don't believe it," said Goku. Goku would move a few meters. He would begin to raise his ki until achieving the Super Saiyan Blue. That Saiyan's ki